All right, Pittsburgh, Weiss Schwarz, all that good stuff. You know everything already. We're doing yellow for Goblin Slayer today, so let's get into it.
Wow,
What
wow, wow, Carmen. You did it.
Wow, I
right.
should have done an afro.
Well,
Phoning that one in.
All right, Andy, I'll give this one to you because I know you want to talk about this card. So.
All right. Well, I don't have the hot seat translation pulled up, but this one's half in English, so
High
it's
Elf Archer.
an ordinary piece.
No.
No.
Oh.
You're looking at the wrong one. Go
Oh.
up.
Oh, this is fully Japanese. That's not good.
High Elf Archer, Prideful Forest Dweller.
There she is. All players may not play events from their hand with the same card name as other events played during the same turn. So you can't loop events. That's pretty interesting. Climax Combo, when you reverse with this, if you have the shot in your Climax area, you mill 3 cards and return up to X order characters from your waiting room to your hand. X equals the number of soul triggers.
Yeah. So this card, like, when you read it out loud, you're like, damn, that's crazy. And then my feeling about this card is I feel like I'm gonna play it and it's never gonna work. Like every time I play it, I'm gonna sit down and it's gonna be my opponent has 0 events in their deck and I'm gonna reveal 3 cards without triggers. That's what I feel about this card.
There's some pretty good events though.
Yeah, like this
Especially
card.
once the set drop. If we end up, Carmen, like you said, in a triangle meta
Yeah,
with Goblin Slayer, AOT, and
yeah, my opponent won't be able to seizure me twice if I play this card. They can only seizure me once. But no, this is really good against Bang Dream specifically in English.
Yeah.
Well, Bang. I was gonna say AOT. They can only gear once.
Yeah, they can only gear once.
They can only gear once against other Goblin Slayer decks. I mean, Torch.
One Torch.
But I mean, I guess that's a drawback too. Like,
if
this has really negative synergy with the Torch package.
If your opponent hasn't Aaron comboed, even if they're holding 2 gears, they can only gear once, and you can guarantee 1 reverse because this only goes to 6k. It has to catch reverse, and it only goes to 6k, so you are going to need support for this card.
But you can get like multiple pluses off it.
Yeah.
And another little spoiler alert here. The yellow cards, I believe, in this set are kind of self-contained from the red and blue ones. In the sense that there's kind of this mono yellow deck they want to shoehorn you into.
Yeah,
you can mix it up though. I've been looking a lot at standby shot that actually doesn't run this combo and runs the dwarf, which we'll get into very soon. But yeah, like you're gonna want to run a lot of soul triggers if you're running dwarf anyway, because I believe that's how he functions. No, it's not. The soul triggers are just for this. I lied. But no, this is super cool. It has to catch reverse at only 6k on Climax play, so you're probably going to want support for this in your deck. So if you're running this at 1, this is like your whole level 1 plan, probably. This and some card to support it, for it to get over.
Yeah, basically.
But I don't know, it's super cool, super interesting. The first effect, have we ever seen that effect ever?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
This is brand new.
I don't know if this exists in any set outside of Goblin Slayer, even in JP. This is really cool for English because Bang Dream is so popular. Bang Dream is so popular and people still play Kasumi. And if they don't play Kasumi, they play like Yukina and Toilets. Like this is very, very strong.
I think I gotta mention this too, but like this card probably doesn't see as much play in JP, but because their format's a lot broader.
Mm-hmm.
But in the scope of just an English metagame, like, out of the top sets, the top performing sets, a lot of them run events that they want to spam. And I think because the format's smaller and because I guess it's more of a competitive tournament-oriented format, you know, this is going to could be a really strong anti-meta call.
Yeah,
did that make any sense at all? I kind of
I know
fumbled my way through that.
I agree.
I feel like if you are considering running this card solely for the first effect, then it is extremely dependent on meta, because based on what I've seen at the events that we've attended, most of the decks I've played against were not extremely event heavy. So you really have to scope out and make a meta call if you are trying to deny event-based decks with this combo.
Dude, this is gonna sound terrible of me. I feel like Kasumi event decks are weeded out by round 3. Like, because of the natural inconsistency of the deck. I feel like you have to be sacking so hard to get to 3-0 with Kasumi event stuff. It's, but like, it's good against Yukina Maguro when they're running the, and you get to farm it too. Because it only goes to 5k. I think this card's very good against Bang Dream in general because of the way people are playing Bang Dream in English. Like, so it's gonna feel bad when you whiff the plus. It's gonna feel real bad. But you know, what can you do?
Yeah. Long story short, you don't need to run this card to counter Bang Dream because they do that themselves. They counter themselves.
Yeah.
Bang Dream's terrible, says Carmen.
It does, yeah, my favorite set. Bang Dream sucks. No one play it. It also has Best Girl Anvil on it, so big fan.
I'm gonna jump out there and give this card a solid A for its the sheer anti-meta potential of it, and I think it's definitely gonna be better in English than it is in JP.
I'm gonna give it a B for exactly those same reasons.
A B plus for exactly the same reason.
I was thinking B plus. I think it's playable and it can be relevant. But the combo itself is maybe too inconsistent depending on how you build your deck.
I think they want to shoehorn you into the 8-shot build. All your climaxes are having a soul on it. Probably a bunch of your characters do. I don't know.
I'm just way too afraid of all those games where the first effect is irrelevant and the second effect whiffs. And I'm just like, why am I not running Goblin Slayer Gate in this deck? I could literally run only those 8 red cards and like clock the climax to play the cards and feel better about it compared to this most times.
Well, Carmen, I look forward to brewing with it.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna try it.
I can't wait until I play against your red Goblin Slayer deck and you can't play your fucking torches.
I can play one.
He can play one.
One.
Now imagine if this card read neither player can
Goblin
play
Slayers
events.
can play a little torch. Come on.
But I mean, I guess that's another thing too,
Cats
like
can have a
talking
little
about like
fun.
AOT, Goblin Slayer, these big event decks in English. Like their events are all counters. So
It's definitely
you can
super
play
cool.
one on your turn, one on your opponent's. You can like stagger them.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna mess with this card just because it has like my favorite.
Yeah,
character
so am
to
I.
show on it. Yeah. So
We love Valve Girl.
yeah, we love Anvil. Big fan. Speaking of Anvil, next card. Hey, it's Musashi, High Elf Archer, Natural Born Adventurer. It's got Musashi effect, so if you don't know what that is, that's when damage is canceled, you mill the top card, and you burn your opponent for the level of the card you milled +1. And it also has pay to on play bounce, so long as the card isn't level 4.
So this loses to Levi.
Watch out for Levi Squad, yeah.
No. This card is really important for Goblin Slayer to have because Bunny Girl came out before it. I think the best play you can make is that you run like 2 of a card we're going to look at very soon at 0, and then like 1 of this. And you just like level 1 of those. You like look to level 1 of those all game. 1 of those level 0s. And then you just have this to bounce something when you play against Albuta, because the other card is good on its own in a vacuum. I think this is really important for the set.
What does the other card do? Does the other card
runner.
make the effect
It's
better?
the runner.
The runner with Nikki Asana effect, shuffle back for extra soul. Which is a fine card in its own right.
It's 2 down, Andy.
But yeah. But
Oh, I see what you mean. Like that's your only yellow in the deck.
yeah, so like if you're gonna splash this into your deck, a Musashi on its own is totally fine to have in your deck. And then it also has, if you need it, pay 2 extra stock bounce, which might just win you the game against Albuta. Like,
which is
it's a very, very good effect to have such a high-costed bounce on it. Because a lot of the cards that have this are, like, cards that would otherwise Climax Combo.
Right.
But this is, like, fine. This is totally fine.
No, yeah, this is really nice because normally sets that want to run a Musashi have to run a separate tech card if they want to be running bounce at their top end as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So the two effects consolidated onto one card here, I feel like, is extremely versatile and very useful.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about it though. Like, it is good for those reasons, and I'm gonna give it an A. It's a very important card for the set to have. Main phase bounce is becoming more and more important.
Yeah, that's why I gave it the plus, just because that's gonna be so much more important going forward.
Well,
I'm gonna.
It's good
Have
against
you tried
itself. It's good
have you
against
tried
itself, dude. You bounce priestess.
Well, I'm gonna give
triggering
it.
win during your main phase.
God damn it, Brian! I knew you were just gonna say something stupid. I'm gonna give it the A still, but I do think the bounce effect's a little bit expensive, but I guess if you look at it as just like a nice little bonus, and you're playing it because it's a Musashi anyway,
I think you're
that's
playing
pretty
it.
reasonable.
You're playing it because you need the bounce in like maybe 2 matchups, but otherwise it's a totally fieldable card.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the power of it. And it's a 10k Musashi. Aren't most Musashis like this? 9.5? No, I guess Kokura's 10k, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Kokura's 10k. I feel like other Musashis are 9.5. They have like usable first effects. I could be wrong. All right.
I mean, it doesn't really matter though. Like,
yeah.
you're playing a Musashi, you don't really.
You're
care about
probably swinging Musashi into an open lane because you're either gonna stick big or you're gonna burn. Which is the whole point.
And this creates its own open lane when you play it.
It does. Yeah, you can create your own open lane, unless you're playing against Levi Squad and your stuff's level 4.
Or against Carmen.
Strangely relevant.
That's a really good point, Zach.
Next card
You brought up there.
Okay, we have High Elf Archer and Ordinary Piece. When your other order character attacks, this gets 2,000 power for the turn, and it has Hand Encore. So it can get up to 10-5 after your 2 other characters attack, and it has Hand Encore.
So this is a box topper promo.
Yeah, it's okay. It has Encore. It's better than the one from the trial deck that doesn't have Encore.
Maybe you play this in High Elf Waifu or something? I don't know.
Are there even enough cards for that?
This is
Probably.
the card that you put in your deck when you're sad that you didn't pull the Priestess box topper. I like that the flavor text just says High Elf Archer in English. That's pretty powerful. Yeah, this card fucking sucks. D-.
It's bad, yeah.
This is bad.
It's a really cute promo though. Look great in a binder, which is where it's gonna be.
Yeah, which is where it's gonna sit. It's never leaving the binder. All right, Zach, tell us about this card.
High Elf Archer challenging the unknown. On play, when it attacks, you can shuffle 2 characters in waiting room to your library. If you do, it gains an extra soul. And at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you can move this to an empty slot for your runner.
It's the Asuna, but it runs.
Yeah.
It only
It
gets
doesn't choose
1
to
soul.
stock, but you know.
Oh wait, does the Asuna get 1 soul?
Yeah,
It does.
Oh, I thought. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is broken. So the cost of the first effect is like really cheeky as a tech card, as we've all experienced before. Where those situations where you have 2 cards in deck and you put 2 cards back and then play a climax, and you like trigger clean and your climax goes back. Very strong.
It's nice to either be able to ramp your soul if you want to and deal more damage, or to be able to give yourself better compression, or to delay a refresh. I think there's a lot of utility there, and then slap that on a runner and you got a real good card.
And like you can just run like 2 or 3 of this at 0, and then like put a single Musashi at the top, and that's totally fine because it's a totally okay card to put in your deck.
Right.
Like this is the splash card for Musashi when you're otherwise red-blue. And this is like totally good and fine. I really love the first effect. The shuffle 2 back has a lot of utility. It's just really, really nasty effect when you get it off.
Yeah, I think this is I don't know if it's quite S. I think I'd give it the A, maybe even an A plus. But
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an
A
A.
plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it straight A.
I think it's a very very solidly good card with utility on the first effect for the reasons Carmen already talked about.
I feel like we're being extra harsh just because it's Goblin Slayer.
I think we might be
Yeah.
gonna have to earn that S.
Yeah, I was really expecting a lot more S's at this point, but these are
We'll
all
get-
very, very good cards. Don't
we'll
watch
get there
our
once we get
previous
to red.
videos and think that these cards aren't as good by comparison.
Yeah. This card's really good. All right. Moving on.
Oh, that's a lot of cards.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, so do these all Climax Combo off the same thing? I think. All right, well, let's do this part first.
No,
Okay,
it's not a real Climax Combo. It's one of those. It just has the, symbol.
Okay. So this is okay. Climax Combo. When your trigger check reveals comrades who walk together, choose a Dwarf Shaman, Repeating Stone Bullet, or Lizard Man in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So when you sit this card on your field in your backstage, every time you trigger that Climax, you plus for free.
Yeah.
That's already pretty good. And now it is also a pay 1, rest 2, Brainstorm 6.
This is the 6-card Brainstorm.
If you hit
Yeah.
a shot icon, salvage.
So it
This
wants you
card,
to run
oh
eight
my
shot.
god, I didn't know it had that first effect on it too. So when you trigger your 1 Climax, you plus for free, and then it's also a 6 Brainstormer.
Hmm.
Yeah, rest 2, Brainstorm 6.
Yeah,
If
so
you're
Oh
this,
my
playing 8
goodness.
shot.
this is the card you put in your shot trigger
It
wipe
turns
your deck.
shots into
Yeah.
like maybe a plus if those are in your waiting room.
Yeah, this is like I know this is conditional and you have to build around it, but I'm gonna slap this with the S. Brainstorm 6 and free pluses? How
I
is it
think
not an
I
S?
think
In a
at first
specific
glance,
deck.
I
Yeah,
think
in this
at
specific
first
deck,
glance,
I think it's very good.
Well, I did give the prerequisite when I gave it that score.
I'm gonna go. I don't.
If you're not running a shot trigger deck, you wouldn't play this because it doesn't trigger on any of your climaxes.
I'm
Man,
only.
It's a moot point.
I'm
Man, if
only
you aren't
gonna give
running
it
8
the B
shots, this
plus.
card's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Either an S or an F, I guess. Sure.
I don't even think it's that bad. I think that the second you're not 8 shot running the dwarf finisher, like this card is unusable and you have to play a different brainstorm. Like you
Right,
can't run this with
obviously.
only 4 shots.
Obviously.
But 6 card mill for 1. Oh, that's so good.
If you're playing the 8-shot deck, this card is like definitely.
Yeah,
easy to run it.
you definitely run this in 8 shot. Like obviously,
Yeah.
it literally says on the card, "Hey, you run this in 8 shot." Like it's just.
I've never seen a
printed.
more shoehorned in card
That's what the
in my life.
That's what the flavor text says. It says, "Hey, this card gets run in 8 shot." But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the 8 shot is the best way to build around dwarf. But who knows? Maybe it is better.
I'll definitely dig around with it.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's definitely worth trying because I don't know, milling 6 on brainstorm. That's a spicy meatball right there, and the fact that it turned your shots into pluses.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
I
cool.
It's an
tried-
exciting one there, I think.
Yeah,
I'd try this if I were buying into Goblin Slayer.
yeah. What a.
Oh, you
pussy.
will. Give it time. You will.
Yeah, you will. It'll be just like AOT, Brian. It'll be like, oh, Brian, you should buy into AOT. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. No, I don't want to. Like 1 year later, Brian missed playing Armin by not tapping the 2/1.
I've played the deck one time at this point at one event.
But you do
When,
own
like,
it,
one,
and that's
two
what
was
counts.
I do.
All right, next card. So this is our
Carmen,
first
this is
dwarf
you.
card. So dwarf Shaman, generous wine drinker. Damn, this is my kind of card.
That's Carmen on the picture.
Yeah, that's actually me. If you've ever met me, that's me. When this card is placed in your hand to stage, choose one of your order characters, and that gains 1500 power for the turn, so he can choose himself. When this card trigger check reveals a shot, you salvage. What? What?
All your shots are gates. What? You're running 8-shot and 8 gate at the same time. And how if you trigger the one shot, that's 2 pluses. It's double salvage.
This is
What?
pretty spicy. This is pretty spicy, guys.
That's definitely interesting.
I'm thinking that 8 shot might not be the best build, but it will probably be one of the most fun because of cards like this.
This thing is hilarious. It's
Yeah.
mega niche though.
Hey man, combine that with some of those top check effects. Man, if this set had a top check too, geez. If it does, this gets so good.
Yeah, this is quite a yeah.
How do you score
I don't
this?
I don't even know. It has to be niche plus, right? This card is great in 8 shot and bleh, everywhere else.
Yeah, I think I agree. Importantly, the salvage effect is only on this specific card's attack. It doesn't check all your characters, so you have to get lucky with this one attack.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And he's not really the greatest card otherwise. But
Yeah, maybe it is just to see then.
Yeah. Now, if you could set this card in the back row and it read
But what
whenever
if this
you trigger
card
the
had
shot,
twin drive?
salvage.
What if this card had twin drive though?
That would
well,
be-
that's what I was saying about the top check too. If Goblin Slayer has a top check too, or a good top checking engine, this could become a lot better if you could.
They have a lot of top checking
farm it.
stuff. But
Isn't there that one? Zach was telling me about this event card that lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck
Canary.
every turn.
Canary,
Yeah, Canary.
That seems like it would.
That's red though. It'd be hard to run an 8 shot.
You could find a way to make it work.
Yeah, I'm sure you could make it work.
It's just like you said with yellow and the Musashi. You just run a good level 0, and then
you have to hit that
whatever
at
that
1,
other
though.
event is.
You'd have to hit that at 1. I still think this is cool though. Just like
Turns your shots in the gates.
yeah, makes your shots into gates.
Canary Dwarf Shot.
Canary dwarf shot.
Canary Dwarf Shot.
The new meta. All right, let's move on.
All right, we have High Elf Archer, surefire single arrow. When faith entrusted to the bow, the wind climax is placed in your climax zone. If this is in your front row, all of your characters get 1 soul until the end of turn. And it is a anti-change bomb that stock swaps.
Boo. Boo.
I think the Climax combo sucks, but it's still a bomb.
This is cute elf art wasted on bad card.
Yeah, it is an anti-change bomb. It's still relevant in yellow,
Yeah.
even without the Climax combo.
Like whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. It's playable.
I don't think it's that good, Brian. It's like a C.
I mean, it's an
Stable in
anti.
yellow.
It's an anti-change bomb. It's
C
plenty
minus.
playable.
That's an unplayable climax combo.
You don't play it for the Climax combo. You just play it as an anti-change bomb.
Yeah, well,
It's playable.
you're not wrong, but I don't like it.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's go with that.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of different options for anti-changing nowadays. Like, it has to do a little bit more than that, I think.
It's worth noting that Goblin Slayer primarily runs a 2-1 ditch 2 anti-change because there's nothing better in their colors, I believe.
Runs bad anti-change.
For backup. Just because threatening backup is strong.
I mean, I like this though. I mean, the fact that it at least has a Climax combo as a bonus is
I'll put it to a C.
can't really fault it for that.
It has Anvil on it, so.
Yeah, it's like the Bat Swarm combo in Batman.
Oh my god, let's not talk about Bat Swarm. Bat Swarm is more playable in this. Next.
I miss the days of Monkey Flute.
All
Dwarf
right.
Shaman.
Those days never came. We never built it.
We never built it. Pot of green.
Dwarf Shaman. Repeating stone bullets. On play, or just priest from hand to stage, or by effect of Visitor Priest Heretic Hunter. Draw 2, ditch 1. Climax combo, when it attacks, if the shot is in the climax zone, you can pay 4. If you do this, card gains 3k for the turn. Put the top 5 cards of your library into the weight room. From the following action X times. Deal 1 damage to your opponent. X is equal to the number of cards whose trigger icons contain a soul icon. Put in the weight room this way.
Whoa,
So
easy
you
there,
have to have. Yeah, this is like.
Easy there, Gilgamesh.
Well, this is notably highly costed on Climax placement.
Yeah.
That's the
'Cause-
big thing with this.
Well, the effect is nuts.
Yeah.
It can be nuts.
Yeah. I think this is a lot better with standby than 8-shot, like this finisher, because it leaves your stock open. You know, maybe actually do this combo more than once. But you know, who's to say?
That is really interesting, though.
8-shot like doesn't stock charge. They like seem to draw a lot of hand, but you know they don't really stock charge very well, and they're not stock soul. They're shot trigger. So how are you supposed to have this much stock?
Maybe you don't need to brainstorm as much because you're going for 6 and hitting it more often, or like because you're salvaging for free, you might not need to be spending as much resources to build hand.
Maybe.
Right,
That's
You are-
maybe a guess, but the standby build you mentioned is kind of interesting because standbys also have a soul icon on them.
Yeah.
So they also trigger the climax, and I like that it's on attack too. That's
And it's just pinging
pretty
one
neat.
over and over and over again. Ping's so good. Ping 5 climaxes off the top. All 5 cancel. So yeah, so I guess you can play this for cheaper with the next card in some way. I think it's probably like a pay one play from some zone. But we'll look at it next. But I don't know, this is very destructive. It's so high costed. So 4 on attack.
Yeah.
4.
so that means your threshold is 2, right? If you swing at this last, you need to have 2 going into it.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
gonna do
right.
it once, yeah, you need to have 2 before you go to attacks, and 4 more for every additional. Then you have 6, and 10 before you go to attacks.
Oh, you're not doing it 3 times. Come on.
Hey, don't think like that. If you think like that, you'll never do it. Believe in yourself. Believe in the triple dwarf. If your opponent lives triple dwarf, like just quit the game. Throw your
Yeah.
I think it's impossible.
throw your 8-shot deck in the trash and just go home. You lost.
You lost Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah,
For all
you're
time.
the biggest loser. But yeah, are we ready to score this? This is like obviously so strong. Swings for
Yeah.
4. Swings for 14 when you play the climax. Like clears its own lane, draws 2, ditch 1, has a way to play it earlier, but the actual like cost is so high.
hmm
Mhm.
I feel like it has to be B plus for the cost.
And there is like an RNG component to it as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you end up burning 2 with it, I think it's very overcosted. But if you end up burning 3 with it, it's very good. You know, like
Yeah.
I think there's
Just
like a big range that can happen here.
Like what? I don't like looking at
I
this.
just don't know if I'm comfortable with that much variance.
Brian joked about it, but if you wanted to do this, why wouldn't you just play fake coin flip? Like why? Why this over fake coin flip?
Yeah.
Gilgamesh does it better at 2 and can get over anything with his act ability at the cost of your hand and not your stock, and is off stock soul.
You know what would love this card though is Hello Happy World.
Yeah, something like this insane
hmm
at the top end.
Considering they're already being pushed to run like soul heavy builds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Since you're already running the climax for like these other combo parts, you think like this could maybe be like an off finisher? Is there something else like to use as a primary finisher?
Unless you're just gonna play Musashi's like empty as your finisher. I think, right? Musashi's are like the if you're in standby, you have the trial deck Goblin Slayer, the burn 2, but that's pay 3, so you can't really do that and this.
I mean, Musashi's are fine.
I don't think it's a primary finisher though.
No, it's not a primary finisher.
Yeah,
no.
this can't be your off finisher. You have to build around this card, like 100%. It's dwarf, man. He got the stone bullets.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him. Look at
Yeah,
this.
it's definitely a dwarf.
Yeah.
He's not entirely in frame either.
Yeah, super cool card. I don't know what
Mhm.
else to say about it though. Let's take a look at this card that goes with it. This next
All
card,
right, this one's me. I think we got
the
I
Lizard
can't
Boy,
keep up with all these names. I'm just gonna
Lizard Priest, Heretic Hunter.
just gonna freestyle it. This lizard man, lizard man adventurer.
Yeah. Come
When
on.
this card's played from hand to the stage, you may put the top card of your clock in waiting room, so it heals. And then when you play the shot, good old shot climax, if he's in your front row, you're level 3, you can choose a dwarf in your waiting room, put it on any slot of your stage.
So you play the dwarf for free, and then the dwarf draw 2 ditches 1.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's pretty good.
And that's like in
Yeah.
climax. It draws 2 ditches 1 in climax steps, so he can't like draw into the climax then, but
Yeah. It's already when the climax is placed.
it's a little weird, but I mean, hey, it's nice utility for a healer.
It plays the it plays the dwarf from grave if you need to pull it from somewhere for some reason it's not in your hand. But
For free.
and it heals.
It heals, yeah.
I think it's interesting utility in trying to make this 8-shot deck more consistent.
hmm
You probably play some number of it. I don't think.
I feel like I'd rather just hard play the dwarf though. If I'm like going all in on this finisher, I'd rather just
I think you
draw
just
2
do
ditch
it.
1 than heal at that point.
You throw it in your deck because that's a healer with additional utility if you're playing the finisher. You just like toss 2 of it in. It's like, yeah, it's fine. The 10k heal that might play my dwarf for free gets me another body. Gets you a free 3/2 body. Which is fine. I think this is like a straight B. Kind of maybe a B minus. It's just because otherwise it's just completely worthless.
I think it's fine.
That's good.
Whatever. All right, we moving on.
Yep.
All right, what is this? A Lizard Priest, battle ready. Look at him. He's fucking ready to go. When your other order character attacks, this gains 1500 power for the turn, so you might go to 6/5, and then it has Twin Drive. Oh, it's broken. S+. Twin Drive's busted. Stupid
Twin Drive is really good.
stupid card. Twin Drive in this set where you want to trigger in yellow, where you want to trigger shots. This is dumb. Dumb card. I'm definitely on this like Twin Drive is broken train, which may or may not have to do with Summer Pockets. But Twin Drive's broken. I had to bring up Summer Pockets at some point, guys.
Do you actually think this is an S+?
No, I think this is really good though.
I'm thinking closer to B+. I feel like while the Twin Drive is great, the fact that it only gets power when your other character's attacks kind of hurts your ability to play multiple.
Yeah, he
you
maxes
don't
out
play
at 65.
multiple. You throw 1 down and it keeps your stock clean and also just triggers stupid shit.
Yeah.
That
Like,
is more chances to turn your
you
shots
wanna-
into gates
you-
with the Brainstormer.
You
I think
typically
it's really
want
good at that.
when you're playing these kinds of cards, you typically want to attack with your Twin Drive last because you're waiting to trigger climax.
Yeah.
In your
Well,
other
let's,
lane.
let's say hypothetically, let's say you've got 3 characters on the field ready to attack. You attack with the first one and trigger a climax. Now, this character, which you want to attack with to pay out your climax, is not yet strong enough to kill the character he's across from.
Then you fucking crash it and it's fine because the value you got off of triggering that climax is probably greater than losing your character.
Okay, fair point.
If you didn't build your deck like an idiot, Brian, then the value generation you get for hitting that is probably equivalent to the character on the field, and keeping your stock clean is worth crashing this card.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I feel like it would be an awkward situation, like Brian said, but
After
you'd
one
probably
swing,
rather
it's
have
a
the clean
5k.
stock.
After one swing, it's a 5k. That's fine. It's not
Yeah.
as good as like the Kokoro one that's just always 6/5, obviously. But this is
Well, I think
still
it's better
good.
in context of the set though, because every time you trigger certain shot climaxes, all this good shit happens.
Yeah.
So
I think this is playable if you're like splashing yellow. On its own. Twin Drive's dumb. Twin Drive's so dumb.
yeah, I think I'd give it the plus because it's good on its own, but it's really really good in the 8-shot build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card's just an uncommon too.
Twin drive is broken.
Ooh, the draft all-star Lizard
Alright.
Man. Ready for battle.
Yeah, no more drafts. Next card.
All right, we have High Elf Archer about to explode.
Uh-oh, she looks angry.
If there are no cards in your clock, this card cannot attack. When this card is placed from your hand to the stage, mill 2, and this gets 1,000 power times the number of order characters you hit. So it can potentially be 7,500, but not able to attack.
I hate that stupid. I hate this. Like, there are no cards in your clock. I actually hate that so much.
Yeah.
That's why she's so angry. Why couldn't I be better?
That's, yeah, this is yet another cute anvil art wasted.
Like
Those puffy cheeks.
Yeah.
like with this restriction, the only like card I've ever played that has the only card that I've ever seen in a deck that is playable with this restriction is the Lucky Beach from Kimono Friends, which free flushes both players. That's the only one I've ever seen in use.
Yeah, because that card's broken and this card
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. Why couldn't
I don't
So,
know.
only-
That effect is either one. That's one of those effects where you tell all your friends about it because it won you this game that you would never win otherwise, or it just does nothing. It's good in Kimono though for other reasons, but
Yeah.
that's off topic. Yeah, this card's bad. Just gonna give it
Yeah.
a D, straight D because the cute pouty anvil art.
The only thing keeping it from an F for me is the mill 2.
Yeah, mill 2.
That's even kind of pushing it.
Look, guys, it's a vanilla.
But hey, you're playing 8
It's
shots, which
basically
means
an
you're playing 8
oversized.
gates.
You're right.
It's
You're right, Carmen.
oversized, guys.
It is.
Basically
You're right.
an oversized. All right, next card.
It is basically an oversize.
Hey, and if you can't attack with it, it's gonna live back to their turn. You know?
High Elf Archer.
What a
Rune
wall.
Support. It's a 1/1 2K backup. When you use the backup of this, if all your characters are yellow, you may put the top card of your library into your stock.
Got a soul trigger. That's important. The 2K quote unquote costless backup with a soul trigger. That's important to the deck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna mention that if you didn't.
Yeah, C just straight C. It has
How good's a 2K backup? Because this is pretty
Very
much
good.
equivalent.
I
Pretty
think
good.
I think a 2K backup on its own is like a C plus. Maybe because you don't always run 2K backups in every deck.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
but this is just a straight C because this is the backup you run if you want to run a backup. If you're running this 8-shot garbage, you run this like unconditionally.
I mean, you get your stock back either way. So I mean, you could like clean out a dirty stock with it. You could use it
Yeah,
defensively too. And again, in the shots matter build or anything with the dwarf finisher, really, where you're trying to hit a lot of souls.
yeah. If you're running like shot standby, you obviously play this over the other backup, just because of the soul trigger. It just increases your number of soul triggers.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's it.
That's
That's all we
fine,
really
yeah.
got.
Basically, just a backup.
Next. I think this is you, Andy.
Yep.
Or back to me. Are we on Sad Dwarf?
Sad dwarf.
Yeah, observant eye of a war veteran.
Assist all your characters. He's a level assist, and when you play him, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck and put them back in the same order. I like that. When he's placed from your hand to stage, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, put them back in the same order. This card rocks. I love it.
A level assist that lets you cheat at Weiss Schwarz.
Dude, this is
That's
all I've
pretty
ever
good.
wanted. As a no game, no life player, this is all I've ever wanted, to look at my deck top and your deck top at the same time.
This
Oh,
card
man.
does. It just reads. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Mrs. Puff, I'm cheating. I'm cheating at Weiss. I get to see the triggers. I don't have to do any math. I don't have to think about it.
Mhm.
It has some
But-
nice incidental synergy with the what was it, the twin drive card I mentioned earlier, or the one where if you attack and reveal the shot, you get to
Yeah.
because like you get a look at the top two.
Right.
I think this gives you a lot of knowledge on like how to plan your turn,
Hmm.
I think it's a really cool effect.
which I think is underrated.
If you're in yellow and you can support it, this is more than fine as
Mhm.
your level assist of choice.
Probably still kind of niche though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely a cool one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a C plus just because it
I'm gonna
gives
give it a B.
double.
I'm gonna give it a B minus. I think it's. I think it is playable. I think level assists in general are just a fairly playable card profile depending on what you're trying to do. And in this particular 8-shot Goblin Slayer list with the healers and the dwarves, I feel like there are enough level 3s to be relevant for the strategy.
Do they have an early play?
I wonder.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if 8-shot has early play.
Yeah, maybe
It
not.
doesn't.
We're in
they don't.
uncommons already.
It
They
doesn't.
probably don't.
And
Yeah.
anyway, though, I think the level assists are pretty niche in general because like
Mhm.
they're even if you are running them, you're probably only running a couple, right?
Yeah.
Probably
And
one or
like-
two. Yeah.
And like it's not something every deck wants. Because like if this doesn't have an early play, like it's a lot of value lost from this card.
That does kind of hurt the card a little bit.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
All right,
Sad Elf.
this is me.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what is this again? Where are we at? High Elf Archer, unsuppressible interest. What? Okay. When this card attacks, choose one of your opponent's front row characters, and that gets minus 1,000 power for the turn. And it is. Wait, this is a clock? Why is this a clock bomb? It's yellow. Oh my! I'm so sick of this. Can they just stick to color identity for one time? Is nothing sacred? Is nothing sacred anymore? Why is yellow not stock? Why?
Breaking all the trends, dude. You know what? Actually, you know why? Maybe
It's not a trend. It's just wrong. Like, does color identity mean nothing anymore? This is so stupid.
No, I don't think it does, honestly.
Oh,
Well, hold on.
she has
You gotta
green
think about-
hair. Oh, it's actually green. Ugh.
Character identity is the thing here.
No, it's not.
If you would refer back to one of the previous cards, Pouting Elf, you would see that she says she can't attack if you have cards in your clock.
No, I guess that's
This
true.
also
I'm still
deals with the
mad.
clock, idiot.
I'm still mad, Andy. This is like, again, is
This
nothing.
is the most flavorful card I've ever seen. Actually, it breaks the trend to fit with the other part of itself.
Is nothing
A+ flavor.
sacred. Is nothing sacred in colors in this game anymore? It doesn't mean anything. Yellow for speed. What does that even mean anymore? If it doesn't have to do with stock. Choice trigger. My ass.
It's high elf on it, and she's fast. Therefore,
Therefore,
Hey, let's
clock.
get back to the card though. I think
It's the
a
first
clock
effect is
bomb that
cool.
can just snipe something, like snipe a runner and kill it, or like
It's
most
only,
runners are
it's
stronger
only
than that,
front
but, like-
row.
Yeah, how many runners sit at 1,000
It's
power?
only
There
front
aren't-
row.
it can kill other bombs basically, without actually attacking them.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's okay.
It's a cool effect. I don't think it's good. I don't think this is good.
techie.
It's
Probably
a
not worth
techie
playing, though.
card. I don't think this is running as worth running as a yellow zero splash over
No.
the runner. Like this would
Mhm.
directly compete with the runner, right? It's interesting, very techie, like you said, but it's not as good as the runner.
The thing with tech cards though is they get better like the later in the game you need them, because you have time to fish out that one of. This
But
is
why
that
would
tech
you-
card
yeah.
you want on turn 1.
Which means you
Yeah.
need to run 3 or 4 of it to see
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
And you shouldn't do that.
yeah, you shouldn't do that ever because you want to run other busted cards at 0.
Yeah, this card is straddling that CD borderline. Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
give it
Yeah,
C because it
C-.
is cool and there's an elf on it. Well, wait, I'm mad. I'm still mad. I'm gonna give it a D plus because I'm fucking angry that this doesn't tend to stop. Like, what is this card? I'm gonna click on this on Hotsy and make sure this isn't like a mistranslation. No, it actually is clock.
Well,
That-
because it's so flavorful, I'm actually going to give it a B. To counteract your D.
B for flavor.
All right.
B for block.
Okay. B for block. Next card.
All right, we have
Brian.
Lizard Priest, Miracle Giving. All of your other Dragon Tooth Warrior Soldier made from dragon bones gain plus 2,000 power. When this card is placed from your hand to the stage, you may clock yourself from the top of your deck. If you do, choose a Dragon Bones in your waiting room and return it to your hand.
It's just Apple Bond again,
Well,
but for bone. Apple Bond for bones.
So
for Dragon Tooth Warrior Soldier made from dragon bones.
Dragon Bones is an event, I believe. and not
Yeah,
that 2-1.
yeah.
That is a different card. It is an event
is.
that summons the. It's a 1-0 event that summons the soldier made from Dragon Bones. So you can summon the 2-1 at 1. So this is a whole little engine you put in your deck that pumps out 2-1 10-5s at level 1, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the 2,000 power is continuous. It's not just during your turn.
I mean, that makes it better.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like, yeah, I think it's cool.
That's actually not bad.
Well, it gets the
That's
event.
actually pretty good.
It's like a whole chain, right? Where you're like getting these with the event, and the event is playing the dragon, the actual card.
Yeah, I skipped to the event. It's rest one of your standing lizard priest. If you do, choose a dragon tooth warrior in your hand, put it on the stage. It summons from hand,
Okay, so it has to be in your hand.
but like
Yeah.
it bonds and gets it into your hand.
It gets the event into your hand.
You get the
Clock
event.
no, it clock bonds to get the character, and then
No,
No,
it
a clock
doesn't.
bonds. A clock bonds for the event.
It clock
Dragon
bonds
Bones
for
is
the
in the
event,
event.
not
Oh,
for
okay,
the,
okay.
not for the character. So
huh?
yeah, it's weird. It's cool that this card will like fulfill the rest condition, right?
Yeah.
Like, at
does,
least.
yeah.
True.
I don't know. That's.
It's so weird.
Is
It's
it
very
worth
spicy.
running this over just running like if you wanted to run this, running 3 of the event and 4 of the Dragon Bones, since you need to draw the warrior anyway. The warrior needs to be in your hand, at least so far as we've seen.
But
Oh,
you're
really?
playing 8 shot, and you get a mill 6 for your brainstorm. I don't know. But,
That
like
might
real
kinda
talk,
work.
I'm gonna wuss out here and just give it a niche because I just
Yeah, I don't
I just
really
don't know how to
that's
evaluate
right.
that.
I'm with you there. Yeah.
I would
I'm
have
too
to actually
scared.
see how this plays.
I'm too scared of the Dragon Bones.
I mean, I'll try it once that comes out.
He ate the bones.
Dragon Bone's too
He
spooky.
ate the bones. Cool card. Next.
Yeah, next.
Dwarf Shaman, Spirit of Drinking Dreams. During your turn, all your other order characters get 500 power. On play, mode 2, if those cards are order characters, choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower back row characters. That character does not stand during your opponent's next stand phase.
So you can tap down their Brainstormer or their standby character.
Wait. What?
So you play it, you mill 2 with orders, you prevent your opponent's brainstormer or
So all you do
standby
is mill
character.
2 fucking characters and you lock them down in a lane?
Yep.
Seems pretty good.
Oh, it's only back row, but that's
Yeah.
still
Only
like
back row, yeah. It's good
it's
against
only back
standby.
yeah, but you're gonna play this bad card in your deck just to.
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, I guess he's a global 5 on your turn, but
I'm gonna give it a D.
hey, maybe in JP. You know, I
Yeah.
said earlier, Elf was better in English, where
Yeah,
it's
maybe this
more-
is better when everybody's
more
playing
narrow of a
standby.
format. But in JP, where there's a lot of standby, this could be like a little bit better. But I think it kind of
Not
sucks
in English. English is kind of bleh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Bleh. Speaking of bleh, this next card,
Bleh.
she's
Oh,
not
bleh.
happy.
Yeah.
That's a bleh. There you go, Andy.
Blut. Rest this. Choose an order character. They get 1,500 for the turn.
Is this
Hey, it's-
Lagon?
Gurren from Gurren Lagann,
Gurren,
or
it's
Lagann
Gurren.
from Gurren
Is
Lagann.
it Lagon? Is it Lagon?
Yes, the
Yeah,
god.
it's
Lagann
Lagon, yeah.
from Gurren Lagann.
I bet this
Anvil,
fuses.
Lagon. I don't
Yeah,
think
except-
this fuses.
Does this card fuse with Lizard Man to make
I
Dragon
think
Bones?
you mean trance.
I think you
believe-
mean fusion.
I believe you mean trance, my good sir. But yeah,
Like,
this is bad.
The only reason Login I think is playable in Gurren Lagann is because it
It fuses.
has another purpose later on. Like it
Yeah.
turns into something later.
Yeah.
And without that other piece, I think this is a little lackluster.
Is there an anvil emoji?
Probably.
I guarantee you could find one.
It looks like there's just a hammer. So
Just put
Yeah.
an eggplant there.
oh Jesus. Coffee. Hey. Oh God. Nope. Doesn't like it. Okay. Never mind.
Carmen, I don't think it's working.
Yeah, it's not working. I'm sorry. Maybe again. One more time. One more time. One more time. We got it. There we go.
That's not an anvil. That's a hammer.
That's all I got,
about?
man. That's all I got, man. Stop making fun of me. That's all I got's the anvil. hammer that anvil, dude.
Whoa.
All right, let's go to
too
Sweet
lewd,
Nectar.
Too lewd. All right.
Too lewd.
Oh,
this
so
me?
happy.
Sweet
Alright.
Nectar. Yep.
Lizard Priest, the Sweet Nectar, the cheese.
All right. Oh, wait, hold on. In the as I said, I watched the dub of the show.
No, this is Taste
So-
of Desire.
As someone who watched the sub, is he a cheese fanatic in that version too?
Yeah,
Yep.
he loves the cheese. He's a big cheese boy.
It's a Sweet Nectar, dude. Don't we all like cheese?
he calls it nectar in the English
Yeah.
dub too.
Okay, so this card, when this is placed from hand to stage, you mill 2, and if there's a climax card, it gets 2 soul, so it can go to 3 soul. And then when you also play it, you can put a card in your hand into your stock. So this is like the only stock charging you have if you're like mono yellow.
Yeah.
Hey, well, hold on. Check this out.
Yeah.
The shot build, the 8-shot build, builds so much hand with all these salvage effects.
Yeah.
So you could actually probably afford to
just toss shit into stock, yeah.
toss it in. This is, I
You
think,
need to run a lot of this though to like do that reliably. Like have one of these in your hand all the time to like capitalize on that when that came up. So you'd have to run a lot of it, but I think it's fine. Could swing for 3.
unfortunately, I don't think the other effect is very good. Because I feel like a lot of this shot deck wants you to be swinging big,
Mhm.
and I think
Yeah.
it gets out of control a little bit too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
At least first impression wise.
Yeah,
But
that's a lot.
I think the second effect is a little bit makes this card a little bit more playable when you take into account the whole theme of the deck.
Yeah, it's just like you're gonna have so much hand, like you said. But again, I'm worried that you're gonna have to run so much of this card. So
C for cheese.
yeah, is there a
Cheese.
I'm
For
not
nectar.
I'm not gonna try to put a cheese emoji in there.
Why ever not?
Yeah, because it failed so hard last time. All
You
right,
got to work eventually.
eventually, yeah. All right, next card.
All right, High Elf Archer, Inner Vow. When this card attacks, if you have 2 or more other order characters, it gets 2k until the end of the turn. It goes up to 6/5 and has hand encore. Character hand encore.
Boo, boo. We
Yeah,
hate it.
I kind of hate it.
It's
yeah.
not
We
shitty.
hate it. We hate it. We hate it. We hate it.
That's not that bad.
Even pouty elf art can't save this card.
Compared to the other cards we've seen up to this point, like the other bad cards, this is like much more playable.
It at least swings for 6/5.
It swings for 6/5 and lives again. I mean, I think that's like
for the cost of one card. Would you rather? Okay, think about it this way. I play this card down and it doesn't live because it's only a 4/5, and then I pitch another card in my hand, which could be literally any other card in this set that I would rather play. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it's still not that bad though. But
Yeah,
Her ear is so long it doesn't even fit on the card.
nobody's face fits on the card in this fucking set. All right, next card.
Sage Last Battle. It's a level assist, and all your other hero last battle and swordmaster last battle gain 500 power and character encore.
this is a common, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a common.
And there's talking about other commons.
Yeah, like bring it. So this is a whole little Exodia combo. So let's like look at all of it, I guess. I moved the one in order. So look at the next one. Who this? Is me?
I think this is
Andy.
Andy. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm not on the hot seat page. Who is this? Sage
Uh,
also?
No, this
No, I
is
think-
Swordmaster.
During your turn, if you have another hero last battle, this gets 4,000. When it attacks, choose one of your last battle heroes, and they get 2,500.
Mhm.
All right, and here's the last battle hero. So, when you play this from hand, you ditch an order character, and then you choose the Sage and put it on the field, and then it has the same thing. Ditch a character, put the Swordmaster on the field. So, like,
And this is a 2/3.
it's a 2/3, but you get 3 bodies. So
Yeah.
you pay 3, ditch 2 cards to play this little Exodia combo that exists that like has this 8k 2 soul a what is it? 11k 2/1,
Mm-hmm.
and it buffs the hero
And a
Buffs the
level
hero,
assist.
like
and a level.
So the
assist.
2/3 goes up to 9,500, I think.
Well, if you attack
Yeah.
with it after, it goes up to even more. 'Cause
Yeah.
It sits at 95.
it sits at 95 and goes to 12, or no,
It sits at
13,
95
more.
and no, it goes to
like
12.
16.
16.
How's it go to 16?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It goes to 13, right?
Yeah.
I think it goes. No, I think it goes to 95 plus 25. Isn't that 12?
That is
That's
12.
12.
Yeah. I can't do math.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. No, it's a global 5, so it's 13. 13 even, and they have encore. Both those characters have hand encore. I don't know.
Bad, but
That's
that's a lot of cards.
Yeah, this is a lot
That's
of
a
cards.
big package.
This
Just
is
for
a lot
number
of
2 as
cards
well.
to do something super shitty. I mean, this is like the budget man's early play. Like,
Yeah.
this is the broke man's early play right
I mean,
here.
it's
And
still.
it gets run anti-air play at least.
I do
Yeah.
like that. I do
It
like that.
swings
That's
really
actually something to
big.
consider.
I can't, especially because it's in yellow. Like, it's in yellow, so like, which is already like this kind of like mono yellow color. It's like pushing into that. I can't see running this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're trying to conserve your stock for the dwarf finisher. Yeah.
It's a lot of stock.
They are
The
all
interesting
girls,
thi-
though. That's a big
The
plus.
interesting thing is that it's kind of like a modular sort of effect. Like if you need to get both of the other pieces, you can. But if you only need one of them and you have the other in your
You
hand,
still have to pay the 3 though.
you can like.
You could.
I
just-
guess at
yeah.
that point you would just discard the other copy from your hand and then just immediately
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah. And it like takes up a whole side of your field, I guess. It takes up 2 front row slots and a back row slot. For 3 and ditch 2. This is
And
too
then
many cards.
I don't know, the other 2/1 just sits at.
What do you have
It
to
only
run?
gets 4,000 power on your turn.
What do you have to
weak
run
on
to
theirs.
make this consistent? 3 of each? 9 cards?
Yeah.
That's
Probably,
too,
yeah.
That's
2 or 3
too
of
many. That's too many
Yeah.
cards.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe 3, 2, and 2.
I'm just gonna give this whole package a D, like across the board. Like,
I think I'm with you there. It's just-
yeah, like this is too much.
D plus.
And I'm just to let you guys know, I'm sitting. I went through all of them, but I'm sitting on the hero one, the last one, the 2-3, is where I'm putting my score.
I think I'm gonna go Zach and give it the D plus. It's like it at least has a little bit of potential, but that's a lot of cards.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
be
it's
interested
too
to see
many
somebody
cards.
try this, but I don't know where this fits. I don't know what, unless you're just splashing yellow for
It
this.
sits pretty big and dodges anti-early play. That's the cool part.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. This is a yikes for me.
Someone
though.
needs to just make a Goblin Slayer deck with all these unnamed characters.
Yeah, the
These guys in it,
unnameable.
you'll have the
Well, no
Sage
one has a
Adventurer
name.
in it. You'll have
No one has a name in this goddamn show. Like, they were just too afraid to name their characters. Anyway, next card.
Alright.
Look, tell us about this bony
Brian.
dragon.
We've got Dragon Tooth Warrior, soldier made from dragon bone.
What is his class? What's his trait?
Hold on, let me see.
It's order,
is,
probably.
Yeah, just order.
Um,
He's a 2/1 8500.
I don't
and he
got time
combos
for
with
vanillas, dude.
Combos with some other cards. I don't know. He's
He's just a 10-5 because of that lizard man.
I was
D
gonna give
plus?
him a C, but I have to give him a D for dragon.
D for dragon, yeah.
D for bone.
B for bone. B for boner. Boner dragon. Haha. Very funny. All right, next card.
Dragon Bones. Restaurant of standing characters with a
Said
person name.
bone.
If so, choose up to one dragon tooth warrior soldier made from dragon bones in your hand. Place it onto any slot of the stage.
So you get to play it at 1.
Yeah.
So you get to play at 2/1 at 1. Very strong.
Uh-huh.
For 1 card, and it's in your hand. But it doesn't plus. So like this is just
It pluses
Wait.
you tempo, not in.
This
It's
is,
like a tempo
this
game.
is
It's not a
Shiroha.
this
card
is
advantage.
good but inconsistent.
This is Shiroha, except you don't plus afterwards. And you feel really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
So like,
Well,
you
I don't know. You play it in the 8-shot build, and you're just plussing all day long. Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, Shira's not a bone dragon though.
Yeah,
Shira's not a bone dragon.
Yeah, she's just white-haired, quiet girl.
I think we need to evaluate it as a whole package, though, kind of like the hero
Yeah,
and sage ones before.
I do think this whole package is like, I think it's more playable than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Give
I
it
think
like
it's like
a
I
C.
think it's like a C rank
C-
package.
Yeah.
C minus.
It's kind of whatever. Like,
Yeah, the
it's
fact that
again
the,
too many cards, and this is an event. Like, thankfully, most of the top check in the set doesn't care. It's kind of like No
Right.
Game No Life, where they hit on events. But this is still like whatever. Like,
It gives me a real like boys in shorts vibe.
yeah, you're
No.
just kind of like all
Bones
in.
in shorts, you know, just
Yeah.
giving you
Boners and shorts.
big beefy bones, just
Yeah,
walling up
big-
that field.
Big beefy bone boys.
Shout outs to Ivy.
All right, next card.
This is Andy.
Oh,
Me.
this is the best fucking. Okay,
All right,
go
we
ahead,
got
Andy.
some dice here. We
Yeah,
got
the
dice.
card's called dice. Yeah,
It's actually just called dice.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
I
called
can read
dice.
Japanese. I'm right. I'm so good. I'm so smart. I mean, I knew it. Send this card to memory. Recollection at the beginning of your main phase. If this is in your memory, all players reveal the top of their library. If all cards revealed are level 0 or less characters, put the top card of your stock into your waiting room. If all cards are level 3 characters, choose up to 4 cards in your waiting room, put them into stock in any order.
You want to talk about high rolling, brother? This is the card for you.
this card is broken.
Yeah, this is broken. If this
Free 4 stock is broken.
this is a heaven to hell card. Like, you pay. Okay, this is either.
See, I'm gonna knee-jerk give this an F, but then someone's gonna play it against me once in 2 level 3s, and I'm gonna be like, this card's broken.
Okay, so what this does. So wait, is it the beginning of your main phase? So yeah,
Yeah.
so
You don't even have a way to set it up.
if this was at the beginning of Climax phase, I think it'd be a lot cooler because it would at least reveal information about both players' decks.
That's true.
I guess it still reveals that about your opponent's deck, because your opponent can't really do anything unless they're AOT or Goblin Slayer or some other set that mills on your turn. But
I guess that you do get some free information out of it, but it could be destructive too. Because more often than not, you're gonna flip level 0s,
and you just need to pay a stock.
and it's
you're
like
just oh,
that
lose
could
a
end up
stock, idiot.
that could end
Like,
up messing up your entire combo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I have just enough stock. Oh wait, no, I'm a dumbass and played this stupid fucking card.
It is interesting. It's like
So
It's fun, it's interesting, but this is a bad card. No
So-
one's actually gonna seriously play this in a deck. It's gonna be
something.
like
I don't know,
Google.
man. I
Your
think
day
you-
one Encore decks is gonna be flooded with fucking dice decks, and then everyone's gonna
okay,
forget
you
about
only run level 0s and level 3s. Or no, you just only run level 3s in your deck.
it. You
so they
skip
always-
level 0 and you play a bunch of 1-0s. Then
Okay,
you can
so-
never fail.
So something to note here. This card, unless I can't read, stays in your memory and does this effect every turn.
Yes,
Yes.
every turn. Every turn.
Each of your turns, I believe.
Yeah,
Beginning
so
of
that's
beginning of
your
your
main
main
phase.
phase, yeah.
so that's broken. That's 4 free stock every turn.
Does this stack?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have 4 of these in your memory, you could either get rid of your entire stock or you could just generate 16 stock.
Yeah. So you play this with Dwarf. And then you just like, and if you whiff it on your Dwarf turn, it's just like, just get good, idiot. Like,
Well, okay. So what you do is you just don't run any 0s, so you never hit the negative.
yeah,
the
this
negative
is
effect
this
of the
is how
dice.
you triple Dwarf, dude. Dice Dwarf monsters. Dungeon Dice Dwarfs. That's how you do it. Dungeon Dungeon Dice Dwarves. That's what this card is for. I don't know. This card is fucking dank as fuck.
I love this
Yeah,
card.
yeah. This is super funny. I can't wait to like lose to this card. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to lose to this effect. So wait, if all cards, this only affects
High
you.
roll, I get it. It's like dice, you roll them.
So
Yeah.
this only affects you, right? Your opponent has to reveal,
Yes.
but it only affects you. Yeah. Super
Yeah.
dank, big dank, super dank card.
Real talk, this is legitimately the worst card I've ever seen in my life.
Just wait. Till
Not
you
just in Weiss Schwarz, but in any card game.
Just wait till you lose
It's
to it.
actually complete
Dude, it's
trash.
pay one, go to memory. That's memory compression, dude. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it.
Still bad. Still
Yeah.
the worst card in the game.
It is worth noting that if the cards mismatch, this does nothing.
Right.
More often than not, this does nothing.
That's true.
Until you both flip a 3 and then you're rolling in dough.
The fact that they're both, it has to be level 0 characters, at least
Yeah.
saves it from hitting on climax,
Yeah.
which is at least a little bit helpful, but it's still
It
not
does reveal
very
the top
good.
card of your opponent's deck at the beginning of your main phase every turn, which does have some sort of incremental value
Yeah.
throughout the game.
If I could play this card and rock paper scissors from No Game No Life in the same deck, I would.
Hey, both are Schwartz sets, dude. You can.
Oh my
No Game
god.
No Life is a
what?
Schwartz set?
Neo
Schwartz
standard,
set?
yeah. No game, no life, Schwartz, dude.
Huh.
Alright.
All right.
I want to
Well,
build
let's do a standard event.
a 42
I think it is
event. I'm
anyway.
going to play a deck that's just 42 events. And this card will never work. It has no characters. Yeah, I don't know. This is dang. Okay, that's it for yellow, right? We done with
Yeah.
yellow?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back with red.
If this video gets 100 likes, Carmen will cosplay as his alter ego dwarf self at the
No.
next
No.
Weiss event, right?
Yeah, sure.
We talked about it before the video. You said it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fine.
100 likes, dwarf
All right,
Carmen.
100 likes. for Dwarf
Cosplay as a
Carmen.
dice.
Slap like now.
Slap like. Slap like now. Dice reveal. 5 million subs. All right. See you later, guys.